morning, Eagles. I'm Faith Dennis.
And I'm Jalen Pearson. Happy Wednesday.
We're halfway through the week. It feels good. This weekend actually been going by mad fast.
Right. Yesterday felt like Thursday.
Definitely just you.
Okay.
But let's get to our announcements. A team of 8 Enloe students won a $7,500 grant from Lemelson MIT Foundation to develop their award-winning diagnostic menstrual pad. On Wednesday, representatives from MIT, UNC, NC State, and the mayor's office will attend the team's mid-grant technical review in the 700 Learning Lab from 1 to 3 p.m. to check in on their team before their big presentation at Eureka Fest on MIT's campus in June. Congratulations to them.
Volleyball Club will be meeting this Friday in room 605 from 2:30 to 3:30.
The Media Center is combining Black History Month and Valentine's Day, so check out the romance section with books by Nick Steen or Nini Simone. Or you could find that perfect poem for the love of your life in our poetry section. They are open before school, after school, and during both lunches.
The Wake Up and Read book drive continues through the end of February. The Enloe Media Center is collecting new or gently used books for little ones outside the main entrance. Books will be donated to families in our area to help build inclusive, diverse home libraries. Thanks to those of you that have already contributed.
Golf tryouts are today. If anyone has questions, please contact Coach Strickland at gstrickland@wcpss.net.
Spikeball Club will be meeting today in room 2725 from 2:30 to 3:15.
It's getting to be spring. There's so many sports that's coming up.
Yep, I'm excited for the spring sports.
I'm very excited, but I do know that there was a very conflicting game last night.
Controversial game, rather.
That word, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, to hear more about that, let's go to sports with Luke Cox.
Good morning, Eagles. I'm Luke Cox here with your Enloe Sports News. As Faith said, there was a bit of a controversial basketball game last night. But first, let's talk about what happened over the weekend with the Enloe Swim and Dive team. Esther Gim, Chloe Light, Tegan McNeil, and Jillian Harbert broke the Enloe school record for the 4x100 free lay at state championships for our swim and dive team. They clocked in at a time of 3:33.9. Good job, y'all. And moving on, last night, another game was added to the controversial record of the Cap 6 officiating crews after another terribly officiated basketball game at Broughton. Unfortunately, it was the same old that we've come to expect with games against Broughton. Ticky-tack fouls getting called on us while dirty play by the Caps goes uncalled. But I guess when you shoot 17% from 3 as a team, you're going to need a little bit of daddy's money as a bailout. Anyways, now with that out of the way, let's take a look at pro and college sports. Over the weekend, as y'all know, we had quite the Super Bowl between the Chiefs and Eagles, with both teams combining for 73 points to make a great game. From big performances to Riri being pregnant, this was one to watch. Let's go check it out on our
Weekend Recap, brought to you by the Loe Down and yours truly, Kansas City, Philadelphia, in the Super Bowl midway through the third quarter. It's going to be 24-21 before. Weekend Recap, brought to you by the Loe Down and yours truly, Kansas City, Philadelphia, in the Super Bowl midway through the third quarter. It's going to be 24-21 before Jalen Hurts finds Dallas Goedert high points this to set up Philly with a chip shot field goal. Jake Elliott gives the Eagles a 6-point lead. It would stay that way going to the fourth quarter. However, Pat Mahomes wants to change that, finds Juju over the middle for a gain of 15, which will set up a 3rd and 3 where he finds Kadarius Toney wide open. Chiefs will go up 1. Then, ensuing possession, Philadelphia, first 3 and out of the night, gives the Chiefs the ball right back. Kadarius Toney gets it deep in his own backfield in a sea of green, and then suddenly finds himself in a sea of different green. That's green grass. As he runs this one all the way down to the 5-yard line for Kansas City, sets him up with a great goal-to-go opportunity here. Pat Mahomes' 3rd and goal goes to Sky Moore and puts the Chiefs up 8. However, they left Jalen Hurts too much time. He's going to get the Eagles back in this game, going deep. Finds Devontae Smith, gets this down to the 2-yard line, and they will sneak it in to make this a 2-point ball game. 2-point conversion will get muscled in by Jalen Hurts. Tie game with 5:15, but they left Mahomes too much time. Pocket collapses, scrambles out midfield, and gets all the way down to the Eagles' 15-yard line on one leg. Then 3rd and 8 looking good for the Eagles here. Throws it up. That ball's going nowhere. 4th down, but flag called, holding on the defense. James Bradbury, what are we doing here, man? Can't grab him there. And this will set the Chiefs up with enough time to run down the clock to 8 seconds. 27-yard field goal is good. Chiefs up 3. Final play of the game. Hurts's Hail Mary falls a little bit short, and so do the Eagles. Chiefs take the Super Bowl 38-35. Mahomes gets his second ring and second Super Bowl MVP. No Tyreek Hill, no problem, as the Chiefs look on their way to dynasty status. Go pound that cheeseburger, Andy Reid. You earned it.
Tough scene for the Eagles fans, but hey, looking on the bright side, at least the city of Philadelphia is still standing since they lost. Telephone polls allegedly think they're lucky stars Sunday night. In other news, the Carolina Hurricanes beat the Washington Capitals 3-2 on their way to their 35th win of the season. Good to see the Metropolitan top dogs back to their winning ways post All-Star break. Anyways, that's all from your sports. Let's go back to the desk.
Both the Eagles got scammed in the last week.
Yep, the refs just
Ain't reffing.
don't be doing it. But let's go to Connor Graham with an investigative report on bad haircuts.
A haircut is a uniquely powerful thing, and that's because it allows you to express yourself. When you get a good one, it becomes the truest form of you, but when you get a bad haircut, well,
take a look at this kid. Look at his freaking hair. Like, turn around. It looks like a freaking rat chewed up, like, the side of your hair. And it also looks like you literally got a 3-year-old to cut your freaking hair. It looks so bad. This part that's missing looks like a piece of pizza that was, like, taken out of your head. Connor, do better. Do better.
and I want to be clear, I had good hair, it looked nice, but when you sit down in that chair, you are putting so much at stake. Your identity is almost in the hands of this other person, which you most likely don't even know the name of. And by putting it like that, it really puts it into perspective of how common this all must really be. Having hair that you like, but it getting a little bit too long, and needing to sit down and get a haircut, and ultimately not liking what you get. And in truth, it probably doesn't look that bad even, but when it's not what you wanted, it can feel like the end of the world. This is Leona, a junior here at Enloe who I reached out to get their perspective on bad haircuts. And while she may have blocked my phone number, what is managed to be shown here is how universal and emotional this experience really is. And it's worth mentioning that every single person I reached out to was able to share their own experience of bad hair.
They always do. That's all I gotta say is leave me dirty.
And that's the odd part. Every single person gets a bad haircut. Yet when you are the person who gets it, it feels like the end of the world. It takes a lot of insight to really recognize that it's not as bad as it seems. And I think I'm ready. Hi. It's been about 2 weeks since I've started this video. My hair grew out a little bit. It's a bit longer. I like it a little bit more. I still don't love it, but I think that's okay. From doing this video, even though it will sound incredibly cheesy, I've taken a lot of comfort in hearing other people's horror stories, because I think the biggest conclusion is that it's never as bad as it seems. People talk about how their hair gets so messed up and blah, 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 but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's just not that big of a deal, and most people won't even really notice the difference. And not that it isn't something important to the individual, but it will be okay. And that's my conclusion. And I really have nothing more to say. Thank you for watching.
That was a good segment. I didn't understand the doll at the end, but I think we all have had our fair share of bad hair days, bad haircuts. What about you, Jalen?
Maybe not. But, you have those moments where you gotta, like, when you get your hair done, you gotta let it marinate, gotta let it sink
Yeah, when you
in.
got braids, you gotta let it marinate for a good 3 to 4 business days to make sure that it's in there.
Exactly.
But let's go to weather with Joy.
Hey guys, it's Joy with today's weather. I mean, I can agree, everybody's had bad hair days. I'm between a rock and a hard place right now, but thinking about cutting mine off again. I don't know if I should or not. I'm gonna let it grow though. So, right now, it is 52 degrees. As you can see, it's mostly cloudy. It feels like 52. It's gonna be a pretty good day. So let's move on to our 3-day forecast. As you can see right now, it is 73 degrees with a low of 55. For the rest of the week, it's going to feel pretty good, getting low, not as low as we've seen in the past couple of weeks, but 65 degrees on Friday. So it's still going to feel good for the majority of the week. So let's go to our dismissal forecast. So right now, it's about 72 degrees is what the predicted weather is going to be for outside. Mostly cloudy, feels like 71. No rain today, so that's good. And the wind will be moving 16 miles per hour southwest. So after school, everybody should be good. No jackets this time, no rain. So I hope everybody gets home safely. That's all I have for weather. Let's go back to the desk.
Thank you, Joy. I'm really excited for the warm weather. I'm not gonna lie.
The cold, it just be doing it for me. Like, you can always put a hoodie, a sweatshirt, a jacket.
And then get warm. Yeah.
Exactly. The hot, you just hot and sweaty, and y'all be stinking. Y'all be stinking in the cold, but
Before we close today, here's the Black Student Union back with another Black History moment.
Okay, this is not what I expected at all.
Good morning, I'm Jada.
And I'm Shayla.
Today's Black History Moment recognizes the oldest Black sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha, or the AKAs.
They're the oldest Black female Greek letter organization, and they were founded at Howard University in 1908. Their colors are represented by pink and green and excel in brains and beauty.
Their brother organization is Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity, which is the first Black male Greek letter organization. They were founded in 1906 at Cornell University.
Today we honor both of those amazing organizations and the beginning of the Divine Nine. Happy Black History Month, and see y'all later.
Thank you guys for that Black History Moment.
Thank you so much. I love Black people. But if you have any announcements you want aired on the Lowdown, email us at lowdown@wcpss.net or DM us on Instagram at low.down.
That's all we have for the show today. Have a whimsical Wednesday.